So those are part of our creative engine. And you know how it is because this week we had the first Freaky Rabbit content contest. We gotta change that name because it's hard to mention, but it was amazing to see like all the creations that came around, like awesome videos, awesome intros, really cool articles, and just one of the things is like the talent out there is amazing and the understanding of the project and what we're doing is incredible. So to participants, congratulations, thank you for doing that. This proved out to be a really cool experiment and engaging, and actually personally I learned a lot from you, and you sparked my creativity. And you're gonna see it. I say it in a video. Like my dream, my goal is to live a life surrounded by creation and creators. And you're making it possible, and you're proving me that that's what excites me. And there's gonna be a lot of content that you're gonna see start coming out about DEGA fiction, about the ISPO, about Play Your Way, about the partnerships, that I hope it sparks your creativity. We're still doing the live calls for using AI, and we're here to help you and guide you in that path. So thank you for participating, and we're gonna announce the winners today in this call, by the way. So I don't know if you want to do it at the end, you want to do it at the beginning, but I do have someone and a special guest that is visiting us. You know how it is. I gotta announce it the right way because he's the king. He is the king of carrots. He
I'm the Rabbit King, home receiver.
Yeah, so let's welcome the Rabbit King to our server. We have him today. I had to do that.
That's a great introduction, Freak. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no, thank you for coming, bro. It's fun to have you here.
Oh no, it's great to be here. Usually I'm sitting on the sidelines and just kind of like throwing in my commentary, but today I got a segment for everybody that I kind of like, something that we've been working on and I want to share with everyone.
Okay,
so
so
maybe I could put myself in the spotlight a little bit.
I think it's exciting because last week I was dying to talk about all these things, and I couldn't, and you wouldn't let me. So I was, I was like, letters.
Somebody's got to put the reins on you, Freak.
I know.
That's my job. That's my
like
job.
my letters were coming out of me, bro. It's like, oh shit. So today is exciting. So I don't know. We have an agenda.
Does everybody know who I am? Does everybody know what I do here? So
I don't.
Maybe I could just.
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
Yeah. So I am actually the chief operating officer of DEGA. So I work very closely with the founder of DEGA, Carlos, and the professor Omar. And generally, what I do is like I said to Freak is I kind of like put the reins on people and kind of like direct the organization in the right direction to be able to release content, make changes, organize things. Help Carlos with how we're communicating to investors, how we're communicating to um, you, the community. I'm kind of like the guy sitting there with a lot of switches in front of me that I try and like either throw or pull at the same time to, basically keep the DECA train running on its track on time and within the budgetary constraints that we have. So that's my role here at DECA.
Even though that's your role, that's not all you do, because you're also a creative force inside of DEGA. You're also writing, you're also creating all this mythology.
Yeah.
So you're doing a lot of cool shit.
Yeah. I'm in the in the classical sense from a business perspective. If what I am is kind of like a master generalist. I'm very good at a lot of stuff, and that makes me kind of like a force at Dega because I can turn around and on one hand have a very deep conversation with Carlos about blockchain technology and meta chains and all those kind of things, and then I can turn around and have a conversation with Omar about strategy and how strategy works and all that kind of stuff. And then on the other hand, I'll turn around with Freak and we'll have a very freaky conversation and creating lore and creating art together. So I'm in a good position for my skill set here at Dega.
Yeah, and you're bringing it out. The cool thing is that it's kind of like you're giving the gift to everyone and to the community, and everything you do translates to community action and putting the house in order so we serve better the people in our community, so our messages are clearer, so people understand, so the actions go further, so more people can benefit of the value we're given. So I think it's a really good job from the rabbit, and he guides us all when we're lost, because we start assuming a lot of things, and in the day to day a lot of things happen, and you get lost in that sea and that ocean of things we want to do,
Yeah,
and the
we all do.
rabbit comes in.
Yeah, we all do. I mean, it's not just at Dega, but just in our regular lives, I'm kind of like a sense maker. I help people make sense of things and why they're doing what they're doing, and what's an easier way to do this. So, or an easier way to do that, or what does this information mean? Why are we even doing this? Like those types of things.
Yeah, and I love it because one of the things you don't do is deny that the forces of chaos, meaning me, are creative forces. Are creative
Thank
forces.
God. Thank God I got Rishi. That's all I have to say.
Thank God we have Rishi, because
Yeah, thank
it's
God we have Rishi. Yeah.
you said it once. It's like the yin yang.
Yeah, for sure. So I'm sorry, so
So
that's me. Go ahead, Freak. Keep guiding us, and I'll sit back and let you kind of like take the agenda and run with it.
yeah, I was gonna do the content announcement, but I'm gonna leave it for last because I think
Okay.
this week a lot of things are coming that are really interesting. We have partnership announcements. We're gonna relaunch the content contest, and our main focus right now with the community is delivering value. Is that delivering value to you, so we can all grow as one. So I think the most important thing of the day is you, Rabbit. So, and that
Oh
announcement
boy.
and having the space to discuss it. So besides everything in the content, I'm gonna leave the space to you, bro.
Well, I thought that we might, let's save that for the end. Let's do the exciting thing first. Let's
Okay.
talk about, because I mean I gotta say, you may see me pop in general once in a while, but these top three people, these top three winners or top three participants that we have going on there, I was completely blown away. I was like, wow. And I even posted in general and said, I can't believe that we have this kind of like creative power here. We didn't even know that we had this kind of creative talent inside of our community. So let's put a spotlight on these folks first. Um, and then I'll come in towards the end so that we can leave with the message of the day.
Okay, so but I still gotta put you on the spot because this started out as an experiment, and I launched it as a freaky experiment, and I wasn't gonna tell anyone, but I always end up telling you. And when I told you, you got excited and you became like the main sponsor of the event.
Yeah,
And
yeah. I couldn't help myself. I love creativity. I can't help it.
I know. And so it's like started like a small thing, and then you made it bigger. And once we saw the results, is when even Carlos got excited with it. Even
Yeah,
Carlos started sharing like what he was seeing on
yeah,
social media.
Yeah, in our operations channel, where the leadership meets, he organically found, some of your content. And he's like, what? Where did this come from? And I'm like, yeah, that's what Freak's doing right now with the community is we're focusing on, we're focusing on, creativity in the community and the content that they can create. So, uh, you know, keep going, Freak.
No, and one of the things is like in the contest that we wanted to do is read the four main posts we have right now: the ISPO, the Player Way, the DEGA Fiction, because DEGA Fiction talks about the way we want to create, and then the newsletter. So every week is going to be the newsletter. So it kind of like it was an experiment also to measure how are we communicating and what are you understanding? And can you help us translate that to a bigger audience?
Yeah. And
what
I feel like from an experiment, this is something that we want to institutionalize. I mean, the results were amazing.
what does what does that mean?
That means we want to make it something that we do over and over and over again. It was successful, so it's like we want to, we want to actually make that like an institution of DEGA, that we do this all the time, and we figure out how to, how to do this like a flywheel. We just do it every week, and we do it. We focus on that kind of creative power within the organization.
Okay, so if I understand right,
our DNA, we make it part of our DNA.
Wait, bro. So this means this becomes institutionalized. So it means it's happening again. It's gonna happen every week, and we're gonna grow the shit out of this.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you, for the normal person way to put it.
No. It's because I'm also excited, dude. This is like freaking good news. I even, it makes me want to create like an alter freaky ego, like a hidden identity.
Yeah, like you need another personality.
I have several. Don't worry, I got several personalities in my head.
I've met a few.
Yeah, so it depends, and I have some that are defensive and some that are attacking. Don't worry. So this is good news. Bro. This is amazing news. It means like we're gonna get to keep on fucking creating and getting everyone's help to create our lore, our messages, our communications, and everything. And you're gonna see that value reflected in your effort and the quality of the things you create. And hopefully we can help you help people improve. It's amazing. I love it. Thank you for that. Thank you for that, Rabbit. So I think we should announce the winners of the first Freaky Rabbit content contest, where he's going to change name now that it's institutionalized. I finally said it right. So it's going to have a new name, but it's going to be the same thing. But we got to announce the winners. So I don't see some of the participants. I don't know who's in here, but I hope you're all here because something magical happened this week. It's a special thing. And we launched this at a special time in a special moment of our project where the ISPO is coming, where all these important partners, huge partners are coming in. We got the Player Way. We're relaunching Quest. We're doing all these changes, and we launched this thing, and this magic happens. We see these amazing videos. We read this amazing blog post, and it's kind of like, what the hell do we do with this? Then Carlos discovers it, and he wants to take it bigger. So this time, the announcing the winner is gonna be a really bit difficult to announce a winner, or it is difficult for us to announce a winner because you all did amazing. Engagement was amazing. The content was incredible. So, Rabbit, you want to do it?
Yeah, you all win.
Yeah, thank you for the excitement, bro. It's like you're supposed to put like some drama into it, bro.
No, come on, man. No, you do the drama. You do the drama.
Okay.
Yeah, you do it.
Okay,
No,
so guys, yeah, you do it. Go. You already said it.
no,
I
I
wanted more.
can't. You do it. You do the drama. I'm not. I'm trying to avoid drama these days.
No, but this is good drama. This is like filmmaking dramatic things, you know? It's like
You're
bringing
just
the.
better at it than I am.
Okay, I think we made you wait a long time by now. So, guys, guys, girls, everyone, people, human beings, aliens, I don't know who's here. Uh, you're all winners. You're all winners. You're all taking the prize to your tribes because it was amazing. It was better than we expected. So we're giving 150 USDT to each one of you finalists. It is a special moment, and we want to celebrate it, and we want to thank you for taking the time, for doing it, for understanding, for reading, for putting your magic out there. This means a lot to us, and we want to recognize that to you. So yes, the Milendro, the Ray. Ole is Ray Dynasty. I think Luana is Latinos, and Arizunara is fried chicken. So all three tribes win. You're taking 150 USDT to your house, to your people. So yes, congratulations everyone, and it's time for celebration. And as this King Rabbit Carrot Eater King just announced, this is becoming institutionalized. So it is gonna start being a weekly thing, and it's gonna be the same dynamic. Three posts, you already know, ISPO, Play Your Way, Diga Fiction, one that is coming out today that we're gonna add to it, wait for it, and the newsletter. And then you're gonna go create content that is creative, but it talks about it your way with your language, in video, animation, comic style. You want to do a rap song? Yeah, you can do a freaky rap song with it. You can do whatever you want and put it out. Once you publish it, you tag DEGA, you hashtag DEGA content, hashtag DEGA community. On Friday, we announce the finalists. Remember, Friday, my time, not your time. So for some, it's probably Saturday. And then during the weekend, it's going to be about the community and the people. So the things we have, or the things we look at, are creativity, the power of the message, the creative use of AI tools, because we want you to use AI tools, and we think those are exponential tools that make you exponential, and connection with the audience and the support of your tribe. So those five things add up to the winner.
Yeah, I did want to
Yes.
make one more point why we chose all three of you. How do you compare a video to a blog post? How do you compare a graphic design to a video? It was like the three top finalists were all in different mediums. And it's like, you just can't like reward one over the other. So, in the future, as an experiment, what we've learned is that, we're going to provide a little bit more framework around, which categories you kind of like fall into, so that we can judge content more on the medium that you're using instead of just having it very wide open. So that's another reason why that we chose the three of you, is because we just couldn't compare, the work that was done between a blog post and a video or a graphic design or something like that.
Yeah, so I think this week we're gonna see some more interesting stuff. We hope you go beyond. We have some tribes that we didn't see some tribes in the finalists. So I'm still missing Vu. I'm still missing Calatrava. I'm still missing a lot of the usual tribes we got here. What happened to Burma, to the real world, Legion of Perseus. What happened to you all? You know, where are your content creators? So we want to see you here. You know, this is the new tournament, guys. This is the
Well,
new way to compete.
we're looking for feedback from you. I mean, if you feel like, even being restricted by being in a tribe is something that, is something that kind of like stopped you from participating because you didn't, you weren't in a tribe or something like that. Maybe that's something that we want to take back to the team and discuss. Maybe it's something that, we don't want to make it tribe based. Maybe we want to have, if you're in a tribe, you can do this for your tribe, but if you're an individual actor, maybe you want to just do this individually. So those are things that, we're looking for feedback from you on that. What restricted you from taking part in this? What would you like to see done better? Because you're the ones who are doing this, and we just don't want to tell you what to do. We want to hear back from you. What works and what doesn't.
Exactly. I think that's the way we always operate is we hear what you say, we hear what you want, and we make it happen. Because the difference between a community and a tribe is the community is built, from one head to the people, and the people connect with it. The tribe is built collectively. So
Yeah,
you have
we're
an
here at. I want to, in a traditional organization, they're telling you what to do. But this is where we're in a community where we're free. It's like we become, I become as the Rabbit King. I actually become I'm at your service. It's like, well, what do you guys want to do? We can do that. We can provide some frameworks for you, but it's really up to you to tell us how you want to do it.
Yeah, so it also it's guys, please make it your own because it's about that. So feel free to comment. This is not a place, and I think in the team we have lived it. This is not a place where you take your ideas inside and you don't say it because you don't think they're gonna resonate. It's actually is the opposite in here. Is like actually the only way to grow this is by you speaking out, by you giving your opinion, always respectfully and giving ideas. It's the only engine for growth. And even if we're not there, you have your tribes, you have your crew, you have your people, you have your friends. You can do your own ideas in here. You know, you can launch things that are gonna you think are gonna work, and if they work, and if people like it, we might embrace it as a official initiative for everyone. So also feel free to do your own stuff.
Yeah, the only thing I'll say is there's only one thing that restricts us, and that is, sometimes we have agreements with folks, other communities or other organizations, um, and governments that make us not be able to say some things at certain times. But I'm sure you've heard that in other projects as well. It's like, but anything besides that, we want to be open communicators about what we're doing and how we're doing it here.
And that is the wave I was waiting to surf into the next topic, which is
What's
yours,
that?
Ravi.
What topic? What are you
Our
talking about?
next no, our next topic, dude. I've been holding off for a week now in announcing things, in letting people know things that I couldn't say because everything you just said. So I think you're bringing good news. I think you're bringing information that is highly valuable and that we want to see reflected in this week content contest. So I'm just gonna shut my mic off and let you take it off from here.
Oh no, you gotta come in, bring it in with some drama, man. You gonna have
No,
music or
it's
anything like that? It wouldn't be freaky if it wasn't.
no, okay, yeah, I got your music prepared, but we always have to do like this is community, this is the news, so is the time for the team to talk to the people. So we got the rabbit here coming up with big news. So welcome him and be prepared because things are gonna get hotter, people. Okay,
I wanted
end up with Sadek.
yeah, like playing the Sadek music. So anyways, you know, you've heard us continually talk about this ISPO. And, you know, I just wanted to take a second to kind of like let y'all know what an ISPO is so that everybody understands it. I'm gonna open up little chat here just in case anybody has any questions. Make sure I got my chat open. Okay, so an ISPO, all right, so I'm gonna have to go into a little bit of history here. So when you are raising money or wanting tokens or anything like that in crypto, you basically have to go to a marketplace to get them. And by buying those tokens, what you are doing is you're supporting the project that you are that from where you bought that token. So, you know, what we have found in that is that there is a lot of risk for everybody in that. So we are going to do this thing called an ISPO, which allows you to, if you have tokens already from a major like an Ethereum or something like that, you're able to come into DEGA and take that Ethereum, Cardano, whatever it is, and you can stake that with us. And if you're familiar with what staking is you're just basically, you know, parking something that you already own somewhere, and you get rewards for that staking. So in like in an Ethereum, you know, you stake your Ethereum with Ethereum, you get rewards in Ethereum. But what we're doing with our ISPO is you're able to stake that Ethereum and you get DEGA tokens. But why would you even want a DEGA token? And that's what I'm here to discuss today is what is what's known as utility of the DEGA token in our environment? Like what can you do with that? Why do you want it? Why do you want it with all your heart? And I'm going to start by saying the DEGA token is, you know, when Carlos and I talk about it, it's like a Swiss Army knife. And if you're familiar with what a Swiss Army knife is, it's like this multi-dimensional tool. Like if you need a knife, you got it. If you need a corkscrew to open a wine bottle, you got it. So that's what the DEGA token is it has multiple utilities inside of our organization. Does anyone have any questions about that before I move on? I can only see, and I can also only see Discord right now. So
So what I understood there is the DEGA token is like a knife that you can use to build stuff, or you can peel potatoes or cut apples and stuff like that.
that GIF is awesome. Well, yeah, so let's start. Okay, so if you're familiar with our technology at all, okay, so I gotta scroll past that because it's cracking me up every time I look at it. So if you're familiar with our technology, you know, the first piece of utility that we have is it's for our meta chains. So if you're familiar with what a meta chain is, I'm also going to be very brief with that. That is our own blockchain technology here at DEGA. You know, some people go build on Cardano, some people go build on Polygon, some people go build on Ethereum. But we have our own blockchain technology here that you're able to build upon, and that uses what we call our meta chains. And the difference between you know what we're doing, what others are doing, is you know I don't mean to get I'm going to have to get a little bit technical here. but hopefully not too much. But Ethereum is what's known as an L1. Okay, so that's the lowest level of blockchain. And then, you have people come along and build these L2s on top of Ethereum, like what Arbitrum did a little while ago. They built this entire other, other infrastructure and architecture to be able to speed up Ethereum, speed up transaction speed, speed up, lower gas fees, like all the stuff that's happening uh, on Ethereum. What metachains do is they're also a Swiss Army knife. So it's like if you want an L1 for your game, you got it. But if you want to do an L2, like an Ethereum, on top of a Cardano or on top of on top of multiple different chains, we also provide for that. So it's a big innovation in that aspect. But it's also a big innovation because of the mechanics of what we're doing in our metachains. And the data utility, it's just like, when you have to secure and validate transactions on a metachain, DEGA does that. So, like you would be staking on an Ethereum to help them, because that's what you're doing when you're staking, is you're actually putting your tokens out there to be able to help validate transactions on the Ethereum blockchain. Well, with DEGA, you're doing that same thing for metachains. Is that good?
Yeah, I think it's awesome. Awesome. So, yeah, keep on going. You're on flow. You have the flow.
Okay, so the next thing is when you want to do that kind of transaction validation, okay, some people have enough, and I keep on using Ethereum as an example here because everybody knows what that is. So what you can do in Ethereum is you can create what's known as a validator node. So it's like you are you're kind of like an owner of this node that is the place where you put your Ethereum to be able to validate those transactions. You can do the same thing here with metachains. So you'll need DEGA to be able to do that. So you'll have your own DEGA validator in a way. The next thing that you can do is purchase things on a DEGA marketplace. So if you're if you're doing play your way and you want items to be able to boost your ability to be able to fight, you want to buy NFTs, you want to buy a DEGA NFT, you want to buy somebody else's NFT, we want to give you the ability to use that as kind of like the DEGA currency to be able to do that. Another thing that you can do is if you've read some of our more technical documentation, you've probably heard about our One API. Well, the One API is the ability that gives programmers and coders and developers of games the ability to launch metachains, launch their NFTs onto our blockchain, all those types of things. To use that API, you can pay for that service using DEGA. Another thing that you can do is, if you can imagine, as we start to roll out the games that we're working with who are using metachains, there's going to be like a ton of game currencies that are going to be coming in and building on top of DEGA. Well, DEGA is kind of like the linchpin, the middle way. So if you are playing one game and you have a bunch of currency in that game, points, however that developer wants to develop that, and you want to move that to a different game, we want to be able to provide you the interoperability to be able to move from one game to another. So it's almost like you can the experience you gain in one game will allow you to have experience in another game. Everybody with me? Okay. I'm just going to keep
Yeah,
on
yeah,
going.
yeah. I mean, I'm just dreaming. Like, so everything I get and I do in Dota 2, I could use it in, I don't know. I'm just gonna put a crazy examples like PUBG looking, and if they too
Yeah.
decide to create, that's amazing, bro.
Yeah, yeah. So it's like that's part of what we're trying to do is create this interoperability between games as well. And because our architecture is completely open, it may not even stop with Dega and metachains. And we want to be able to do this and create. That's what the metaverse is all about. We want to be able to move you from one environment to another in a liquid way, and being able to move your assets from one game to another is this is just one way to do that. And the other, I'll close with this one. You can use Dega as a game currency as well. So it's like if somebody doesn't want to deal with creating their own game currency, they can just use Dega to be able to do that as well. So that's kind of like a quick a quick and dirty around some of the utility that we're going to be providing in Dega, and why you should want it. So it's like, if you come in and you participate in our ISPO, you are going to be well equipped to be able to do all these things as these functions and products roll out.
So I have one question here before everyone starts asking questions. Like my dream has been always, like, I've done films, but films haven't been enough for me for telling stories. And since I've been a gamer all my life, it's my dream has always to build games that actually appeal to me, that have action, that are made for hyperactive people with low spam, with low time span attention, but they're also role playing. That I can develop myself. So it means that if I have like a set of games, or I'm thinking of the story, I can tie the role playing to several games and increase my value because I have this asset, these power ups, these things that will serve me in this world. So it's kind of like a major landscape of games, and I can role play it my way, use my avatar, use my shit, improve and impact my whole gaming experience.
Yeah, and you can also do that through Play Your Way. So it's like, our own gamification methods are going to allow, even someone without, coming into the ISPO, or moving on to the greater Play Your Way narrative that we've been discussing up to this point. You will be able to do Dega stuff and get Dega tokens and power yourself up in a different game.
So kind of like if I come in as a creator, let's say, like, one example, like this week we got Olay, we got
Mhm.
Luana, and we got Adi Suneta. I can play my
Mhm.
way into this.
Yes. Yeah.
That's
So that's
amazing,
like,
bro.
yeah.
I think it's the first time I've ever seen that in a project in my whole crypto life. So I don't know,
No,
like, it's
I,
unique.
I, it's when again, going back to a little bit of history here, everyone was treating these game assets as, like these, uh, you know they were doing they were implementing this incorrectly. And it's like when you think about a game, and I always bring up Legend of Zelda because it's just a well-known meme. Like when you walk into The Legend of Zelda for the first time, do they make you buy your first wooden sword? No, you have to actually take an action inside the game. You take an action inside the game, you walk down this little path, you go in a cave, and there's an old guy sitting there, and he says, "It's dangerous to go alone, take this." And you get your first sword for free. And then through the action of the game, you make that sword stronger and stronger and stronger. Well, that's what we're going to do with Play Your Way. It's like, it's dangerous to go alone. Take this, take this quest, take this something. And then at the end of that, you just get it. We don't want to set up situations like we've seen in other projects where the value of the game asset goes so high that nobody can even play it without renting it from somebody else. That's just setting up the same old thing we were doing before. And we don't want to do that here at DEGA. We want you to be able to come in, it's dangerous to go alone, take this.
I think that's a great metaphor for content creation, and thinking of how to explain people what the DEGA token is, what the utilities are, what play your way is for this week's contest. So I think using metaphors like that paint an awesome picture for us that are for people that are gamers, and I think for everyone, that's a good way to explain it.
Yeah, so I will be posting, or you'll see a post coming out probably tomorrow that explains these things and in text, so that if you couldn't extract kind of like what I was saying right now, there's going to be a blog post coming out hopefully tomorrow that has these listed out for you to be able to understand a little bit more and ask questions if you need to. And I'm always here. It's like I may not be able to get back to you immediately, but if you ever have any questions about technology or play your way or now the utility of the token, just hit me up in the community, tag me in. I'll be happy to try and answer the question. If I can't get to you, somebody on the team will definitely be able to answer questions for you as well.
So I think we have some time for comments and questions from the audience and from the people in here. So
then I want to close with what's next to get you all riled up, Freak.
Oh shit! And then I won't be able to speak for another week. Okay.
Yeah, probably.
You kill me, bro. Okay, so if any of you have questions, just pick up the mic or write it down. And I'm sorry, yes, I'm sick, and that's why my voice sounds like this. But I'm sick, but I haven't lost my energy, so I'm still hyped, and actually really more hyped because of this announcement that Ravi just made. So everyone, please, questions, doubts, comments, things you want to know. I wanna see them all. So especially if the team is here, you can also ask questions because we are the first ones that need to have a clear understanding of this. So some of these things are new for many, and just let it go, just flow with it, ask it. So, and I can keep on talking while you come up with questions, or I can ask some other questions because I have questions.
Well, why don't you ask some questions?
Okay, so one of the questions here is, so you talked about Ethereum, you talked about Cardano. So what other protocols or things are coming over, or what's the thought?
Well, let's just do a special announcement for everybody about. I am going to be releasing in the next few days as well the official announcement around what protocols we're going live with. But since we have you all here, I can tell you that in the ISPO, typically what we've planned at this point is that we are going to be going live with Cardano and Polkadot first. So when we launch the ISPO, if you have Cardano and you have Polkadot, we are going to you'll be able to actually start earning rewards of DEGA tokens with those two protocols. Soon after that, we're going to be doing Polygon. So if you have Polygon, you'll be able to participate with Polygon as well. And then soon after that, we'll be doing Ethereum. So Ethereum's the beast. So it's gonna roll out staggered. And the reason that it's rolling out staggered is because Cardano and Polkadot technically are they're ready for this. They know how to do this type of technology already. So it's easy for us just to get started with those. Polygon and Ethereum are going to require what are known as audits. So we're going to have to actually have our code audited, and that's going to take that can take a while. but we wanted to give everybody something to do while that's going on. And then soon after that, probably interspersed between those points, we're going to launch some gamification stuff. So that's where people without Cardano, Polkadot, Polygon, and Ethereum will be able to participate in the ISPO, and earn DEGA, but not have to actually do the ISPO.
So that was my next question. That is play your way.
Yeah, I see a question. Yeah, so play your way is going to be interspersed with this. So we actually, if you think about it from an order of operations perspective, we can't do play your way without the initial protocols laid out. So it's like we want to get the initial protocols laid out and then start integrating in the play your way things that we're working on. There'll be like referral programs and leaderboards around that and all kinds of stuff that just anybody can do, that will allow for us to be able to move forward with play your way.
Nice. And I'm seeing two questions, but I'm gonna ask the last one also. So is the DEGA Batalla bot that we launched integrated with all this dynamic?
Oh yeah. Yeah, you'll that is we launched the Battaglia bot very, very early, or we're probably going to rename it just the Battle bot. But we launched that very, very early to get the bugs out for this. So the Battle bot is going to be one of the mainstays of Play Your Way. So it's like we'll have tournaments around that are specifically focused on ISPO based content and DEGA based content and things like that. But since we got that Battle bot running and working, that's kind of like going to be the there's going to be a lot of events centered around that.
Nice. And so let's go to the questions that people are asking. Luana is asking, when does the token come out? And because she arrived later, but we haven't mentioned it, Luana, though. But when does the token come out?
Okay, so
I guess it's the DEGA token.
Yeah, so what you're asking, Luana, is when is the token generating event? Is that correct? Like when are we actually going to generate tokens and airdrop it to people? That kind of question?
I guess it is. Or how is the dynamic of staking and then the token and
Okay.
Yeah, she said yes.
Yeah. So token generating event is scheduled at this point for the 1st of next year. So it's like everyone will stake and get counted to how much DEGA that they've collected. And then once we close the ISPO down, we will move to look at the totals on everybody, generate the token, and drop it in everyone's wallets. And that's pretty standard.
So it drops after ISPO, right after ISPO.
Well, not right after ISPO. There's other things that that we have to look at the roadmap and make sure that everything's aligned. But we're planning it. We're planning the TGE. And guys, don't hold me to this date, but we're planning the TGE for Q1 of next year.
So to summarize something to understand it at my level is I can participate in the ISPO by staking first Cardano and Polkadot. Then I'm going to be able to stake Polygon. And then at the end, I'm going to be able to stake Ethereum. Is there a difference if I stake one of the or the other on the results or what I get on DEGA tokens? Is there what's the difference? Because I have transactions myself in Cardano, in Polygon, and in Ethereum. I don't have Polkadot, even though I'm going to start studying Polkadot a little bit better. But is there a difference if I do it with any of these chains? Is there a special treatment, or do I belong to a different tribe, or what's the difference for all of these?
Well, that'll be part of something that you and I are working on right now, Freak. Yes. So it's like, there's like, if you participate as an Ethereum person, or you participate as a Polygon person, it's almost like you're joining this affinity. So it's like you will have, in the player way system, you will have affinity to Polygon. So if you think about it, like when you're in a video game, it's like, yeah, you have more ice power than fire power, more wind power, more earth power. So, there's going to be an aspect of affinity associated with, where you're drawing your power from in the ISPO.
Yeah, but I wasn't going down that path. I meant it like reward wise. Like, do I get more DEGA tokens if I go one way or the other?
It's all relative. It's all relative to how much you stake and how much, like, we're actually talking about, the reason we haven't really tried to talk about this yet is because we have, like, spreadsheets upon spreadsheets upon spreadsheets that we're running on what's going on with the market right now, and how do you turn that into the DEGA reward associated with each one of those protocols, so it's equitable across all of the protocols. That's an announcement that we'll be posting very soon as well, around what that kind of like reward structure is. But right now, I can't give you a firm answer, because it's like, people a lot smarter than me in mathematics and market movement and all that kind of stuff are working on that.
Okay, so I do several things. We have still 2 questions to answer, but we need to start doing this in Twitter, and we'll figure it out how to. We already know it's complicated, but this needs to go live in Twitter at the same time we're doing it in Discord and Twitch and YouTube and TikTok.
Yeah.
But I wanna make an invitation while we answer the other questions to the people in other social media that are not in Discord. Like down there, like in the there's a scrolling with our Discord server. Join us because there's a lot of things happening in here. So you gotta come here. But before I jump into the 2 other questions, I do have another one. So is there a way for me, like, if I don't have many coins to stake, if I'm not like a whale or a rich guy, do I have a limit on doing that, or if I don't have any, what do I do, bro? Because we want everyone to be part of this. So how are the paths? You already said it, but is there a limit?
No limit. We want everyone to be able to participate. You don't need a minimum. You don't need any of that kind of stuff. We're not going to lock you up. We're more about incentives here than punishment. So it's like, the longer you stay, this is part of the ISPO gamification as well. The longer you stay, we do know that the longer you stay in the ISPO, the stronger the reward is that you get. So it's like, we're not going to punish you for leaving early, but if you stay longer, your DEGA rewards will increase based on the time that you're in.
So I'm just gonna create an example. If I'm the Calatrava tribe, so we're the Calatrava tribe. We're participating in everything. We have people doing quests. We're winning the contest tournaments and the content tournaments and all those things. Can we, as a tribe, also stake in the pool and see the benefits of it to use it with the tribe?
Right now, it's at the individual level. So it's like we have this is why we haven't talked about the actual gamified methods yet, because that stuff's still being worked out. So as we launch the ISPO, it's going to be at the individual level. But as soon as we start engaging, like I said, interspersed in the middle of there, we're going to start doing player-way like stuff. That's when we're going to actually be able to announce, how tribes work and how all that stuff works. But right now, it's on the drawing board.
But if I'm like, for example, I'm cross guild and I can have an individual wallet and just destined to have to be
Yeah,
the
if you,
tribal wallet,
I
you
mean,
know?
if people want to contribute to a tribal wallet, and then that wallet is the one who's participating in the ISPO, hey, you can manage that on your own. But what I'm hoping for, and part of the design, is that's kind of like that's like a native choice you can make. Like that's just something that you can do.
Dude, that's gonna change tribal dynamics forever, bro, because that
Correct.
gives a lot of fucking strength to a tribe,
Well,
because
we
you're
want to
gonna
do. I
have
mean, if you reread the DEGA ISPO original post that went out, we want to give the tribes the ability to launch their own ISPOs. It's like just do what we're doing, and here's the functionality for you as a tribe to be able to go generate ISPO level, ISPO level rewards for yourself, for people in our
fuck.
community to be able to come in and support that.
Dude, that means that fuck. Wait, you just blew my mind with it, because now I want to have a tribe. I quit. I want to create a tribe, because if my tribe, I have creators, if I have game developers, if I have a players, if I have everything, I can do my own ISPO for that, benefiting the tribe, benefiting the people in my tribe, and actually get it out into the world, and all the
Yeah,
other tribes can also come. That's fucking huge.
yeah. If you've ever played a game like let me try and think of one. Eve Online. You ever played Eve Online?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you know how in Eve Online you can have a corporation.
Yes.
Have you ever played the corporation dynamics in Eve Online? So what the Eve Online corporate functionality allows you to do is you can distribute shares of that corporation to the individual members of your corporation. And in that, any money that the corporation earns, everybody gets dividend and yield from that. So we're thinking that that's probably the mechanic that we would expect to see in tribes here, is that, there's the tribe, there's kind of like the tribe kitty, the tribe bag, and then, depending on your activity within that tribe and who you are in that tribe, everybody benefits from the tribe's activities.
Dude, that it's got my mind blown off, because right now, if I was a tribe leader or a tribal member, I would focus so much on strengthening the tribe and building and growing the tribe, because the
Yeah, we're
future
telling
for that is
right.
huge.
We're telling you this stuff early because we don't want you as or the members of our community to get caught flat-footed. We're giving you some foresight into what you should be doing right now. That's why I'm telling you about the utility right now and why you should participate in the ISPO. Because if you've got this DEGA token already, when this functionality rolls out, you're going to be well equipped just to like completely take advantage of it immediately.
Dude, can I create my freaky tribe? It's like this is no, but
Yes, but this is your this is your freaky tribe. Dega is your freaky tribe.
I'm kidding,
We're the
bro.
ones who want to bring this about for everybody.
Yeah, I'm just gonna create, dude. I have to create. I'm gonna jump on it and create a strategy guide on building tribes, how to run them, how to keep engagement up, how to create the rituals, all the things I know on tribe building. I gotta share it with the people in the tribes, because
Yeah,
this is golden. And
yeah,
fuck,
yeah. Yeah, you'll be able, I mean, seriously, it's like, if you've got a tribe, okay, if you think about it, you've got your own little tribe going on. It's like you got somebody in your tribe that knows how to create cool t-shirts. It's like you can have tribal t-shirts and then you can use Dega to go and get those t-shirts for your tribe. It's like we want to give you your own little, microeconomy to be able to just completely support and promote your tribe or your game. If you have a tribe that's a game building tribe. If you're building a game on Dega, it's that's how we're kind of like looking at how things are going to roll out.
Dude, it's so this is a moment, this is a commitment from me to everyone. I do this in my daily, as a daily exercise. I advise universities, companies, projects, and everything, and even films for tribe building in Web3 and with tech tools. So I'm gonna be sharing a lot of knowledge with you, and if you wanna hit me up and figure it out, figure strategies out and tools and things on how to do it, how to create engagement and all those things, please hit me up. Even though I'm gonna start creating content for you all, so you can be prepared for what's coming and be in the best position you can ever be to take advantage of this and build your fucking dreams up. Rabbit, this is gold for me. Everything you're
Yeah,
you're you're saying and you're telling people.
yeah. This is if you're a game playing tribe, it's like we want to have a place for everybody. But Freak, there are other questions that I do want to. Can we answer a couple more questions?
Yeah, we got two. I think we can answer it in a roll. So one is the DEGA token on the Polygon network, and the other one is there Solana gonna be here too or not?
Okay, so Polygon, you'll be able to stake or delegate your Polygon. So yes, there'll be more announcements. There'll be more announcements coming regarding Polygon uh, fairly soon. Um, and Solana, we just to let you guys know, it's like we have designs on everybody right now. So it's like the first four here, that's just the start. So, we're looking across the entire uh, protocol ecosystem right now. And we have not put things like Solana out there yet because we're still doing evaluations on who we're going to do next. We're not stopping with these four.
I hope that answer your questions, Emmanuel, and
Yeah,
cross
CK.
guild.
CK, the thing is it's like the I don't want to like I've been doing blockchain I've been doing blockchain consulting myself and advising, and I was actually an advisor to Dega. I joined Dega because of the technological genius of Carlos. I mean, he is one of the smartest he is one of the smartest blockchain developers that I have seen. And to find him in Latin America is a blessing for me. He's the stuff we're going to be doing is, you say we're going for the throat of it. Uh, yeah, we kind of
I
are.
wanted to like, what is Rabbit gonna say?
Yeah. I mean, we kind of are. The technological capabilities and the creativity of Carlos is something that I haven't seen in a while. And he's great on TV, so it's like he's not just a technological genius when it comes to blockchain technology. But he's also very approachable. You've seen him in like in the Dega clips and stuff like that. he's a good guy, and he can like talk to you like a normal person, which you may not necessarily find in a technological genius. So buckle up, folks.
How do you say buckle up, Dorothy, because Kansas is going bye-bye.
Yes.
and
Yeah.
and one of the things, dude, but one of the things about Carlos, not that we're talking about him, because he's also the reason I joined this project, is like, and we discussed this in private in our conversations, we could be anywhere else that we choose to be. Is like long term, when I speak to Carlos, so I'm not a tech guy. I understand tech. I know how to build shit. I know how to create great products, but I'm not a tech guy. So, but when you talk to Carlos, his vision of the future, where everything is going, then you start seeing the team creating shit at the speed and with the quality they do. And then you have a conversation about role playing games, about Pokemon, about storytelling, about the lore of the rings, about films. He also knows about that from the core.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
understands the dynamics of humanity, and that
Yeah.
is unique.
Yeah. I mean, there's a, there's a, you all in the community aren't privy to the private conversations that Freak and I have, but there's, things are changing right now. Things are changing, and the change is going to accelerate. And it's folks like you in our community. It's like when I look, you can probably tell from my accent that I'm an American. I come from the United States. My hopes and dreams are actually coming from what we call the global south, which is, a lot of the people in our community. It's like you all are going to save us all. It's like we need to empower the global south and the Latin America, India, uh, Africa, all you all to be able to kind of like show us how we're supposed to do it in the future. And we're trying to supply you the tools and the technologies to be able to leapfrog what everyone else is doing right now.
Dude, this is one of the most exciting town halls I've ever had because it paints a picture of greatness, of change, of opportunity, of empowerment, of creativity, everything I'm for in life. So I hope you all can see it or at least feel it the way I'm feeling it because it's magic, and we talked about the concept of magic, but this is some Salomon level. I'm not gonna get into that, but Salomon level magic. It's like, dude,
Yeah,
this is exciting.
yeah. This is the magic of chaos and the magic of order coming together. Whereas, in the past, we've really kind of like relied on the magic of order. And then, blockchain came about and it was like all chaos. And it's like, well, no, can't we do this and can't we shake hands and say there's a way to do this so that, chaos and order come together? And like it's like having a hammer in one hand and a screwdriver in another. It's like you want to be able to use the right tool for the job. And I think that's what we're doing here.
Dude, this is like Young meeting Hegel, meeting Asimov. It's like everything happening in my head right now. I wanna jump into creator mode. It's like because
I'm sure.
right now it's like this is inspirational shit, and I want you all to take it that way. Yes, there's money involved, there's utility involved, but this is making things happen, bro. This is like fucking creating the future and writing the script of our own future. That's what it is. It's like from here on, all of you, everyone listening to this, is at the right time, early, and empowered to start writing your future. What do I want? How do I want my life to be? What do I want, like, or how is the people I want to be surrounded with? Because everything I've just heard is about empowering each of us to accomplish that shit. So take your time this week. It's an invitation. Take your time this week and see and write it down. What are my superpowers? What I'm really good at? What I really enjoy doing? And right now, focus on strengthening that path with your tribe, with your friends, and with your people, because this fucking project is gonna help you do that and achieve it.
Well, I'm just going to close with this, just to let you all know, kind of what to expect. And this is where I'm going to kind of like break freak in half even more.
Again? Again?
Yeah, sorry. We are currently having, and this is another reason why it's kind of hard for me to, if you're going to ask me questions, why it might be hard for me to answer you immediately, and I hope I can depend upon the team to step up for me a little bit. We are currently in discussion with 40 other crypto projects right now, 40 other protocol projects. And some of them are, for lack of a better term, they are the big fish. So they have heard our vision and they have heard the call of DEGA. And I'm going to be busy in a little bit, writing out, announcing these partnerships that we're making. And you are going to recognize a lot of them. And these aren't us announcing partnerships that are, like what crypto projects, blockchain projects do in the past. It's like, yeah, we're going to partner with MMA, mixed martial arts stuff. No. We are partnering with the OGs, and you'll see those announcements coming out soon.
Dude, and I'm gonna shut up for another week. Fuck, because I see all the ClickUp thing, and that ClickUp channel like freaks me out because I see project names coming up and I'm like, oh my god, we're doing this. Oh my god, we're doing this. And that's why it's like I only put gifs of running away and scared because it's kind of like I cannot go into the community. I cannot talk to anyone because
No, not yet. Not until they're officially announced. But it's like as these creator contests come out more, you're going to be able to like do these kind of like joint, these joint creative proposals around all of these things. Repurpose everything that we're talking about and be able to, if you see a partnership come up that you're like, oh my god, I know those guys, I love those guys. You're going to be able to do like joint DEGA them. Kind of, so that's kind of like I put I put my operations, quote unquote, this is your only warning. I'm about to like start pushing out like a lot of content around these partnerships. Be ready. I want you all to be ready too.
Dude, oh god, so this is being like the coolest town hall ever, and let's do something. So for the people in here, I see a lot of tribal leaders. The content contest is gonna go. It's been institution. Damn word. It's being made officially a DEGA tournament, content tournament, a weekly tournament. So we're having it this week also. The rewards and the prizes this week were special. So for the next tournament, we're announcing also $150 for the winner, and it's gonna have the same dynamic. But I'm gonna include in what we're talking in what we should be creating. I'm gonna include everything the rabbit said here. So if you forgot about it, go to YouTube and rewatch the video on everything the rabbit just announced, or get the transcription, put it in ChatGPT and get a summary for it. That's a cheat I just gave you, because that has to be included in this week's contest. You know, we need to make the contest this week about this. I think that the ISPO, play your way and tighten it up with the DEGA token utility and everything we talked about. So right now we're officially relaunching. I'm gonna call relaunching DEGA Tournament Content Edition. So it's DEGA Tournaments Content Edition. So for now it's tribal. So you all represent your tribes. Go out, cross guild, Latinos of Infinity Vu, Persis, everyone. I want to see you creating content. I want to see you going crazy. Yes, you want to do the vampire eating cookies. Make the vampire eating cookies underwater about the token utility. If you want to do like I want to do is the revenge of the toilets, and the toilets come alive and want to get back some of the shit. So if you want to do the revenge of the toilet,
some of the shit. Oh man, here we go, freak.
You do the revenge of the toilets on the token utility. Like, go crazy, go insane, be creative, be doing all those things. So that's the invitation. That's the contest this week. Congratulations, Luana, Arizonada, and Ole. You are amazing creators. I'm a creator myself, and I was really impressed with what you created, and it was just the beginning. I cannot wait to see like what you can do with this. So thrive, grow, create. Okay?
Yeah, and I just want to close with just saying that I'm very, very grateful for every single one of you. Freak, I am so grateful for you. You know, you are not just a tribal, companion, co-traveler with me, but you're also a friend, and I appreciate all the conversations that we have, and I hope that it's hard to have a relationship with everybody, but I feel the same way about everybody here. I'm just very, very grateful for all of you.
Bro, and it goes both ways. Master Jedi Sensei, Rabbit King. it's. I wish we were in the same town, because we would be working at the same office. Probably not getting much work done, but at least a lot of philosophy and talking.
Zero work.
Nah, so for everyone, thank you very much. This was an amazing town hall. Thanks to the rabbit. And this is the end of this week town hall, but not the end of the week. This is just the beginning. We're gonna go with the contest. Wanna see you creating out there? Please remember, put it out, tag DEGA, hashtag DEGA content, hashtag DEGA community, and put it in the channel. So on Friday, we will talk. Love you all. This was Freak. This was the rabbit. Oh, wait, before we finish, we're going to listen to the rabbit intro, because I just fucking love it. And with this, I say goodbye.